Welcome to Films and Stuff with your hosts, Pete Mitchell and Ethan Hunt.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Films and Stuff. I am Ethan. I'm joined by Pete, and we are here to entertain and enlighten. Is that correct?
That's always correct. How are you this week?
Everything is super duper. And if we would use a Game of Thrones theme, autumn is coming, and we are here to bring you the autumn preview, right? Spring has sprung, summer has passed, autumn is upon us, or fall, if you will. And we're here to, how should we say it? Preview what's coming up this autumn, what we should be looking forward to, what we should put on our radar, our calendar.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So as you will all have recalled from last week's episode where we talked primarily about the writer's strike and the actor's strike, and if you haven't heard that, please go back and make sure you listen to that. It is ongoing. In fact, a quick update from that. On Friday, the writers were meant to sit down with the AMPTP. They met. They were not able to come to any kind of even tentative agreement. It seems like they're still far apart, and they've both decided to walk away from the table again. So that means this is just getting more and more protracted as we speak. So in response to that, we thought it would be a good idea to just talk about a few of the movies and shows that we are still certain will be playing this fall. However, the big caveat is that all of the movies and shows we talk about right now, we're going to put a gigantic asterisk on. We have no idea if release dates are going to get pushed or not. I'll give you some examples. We were expecting the sequel to the Ghostbusters Afterlife movie in November.
Really?
That has been delayed indefinitely by Sony, so the release date has become TBD. Kraven the Hunter was meant to be released by Sony on October 6th. That has now been pushed back to August 2024.
Why? Any ideas why?
Because of the strike. Even if they are finished with the movie, the strike prevents actors from promoting the movies.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so they're not allowed to go on talk shows, none of which are operating on air anyway. They can't do interviews. They can't do podcasts. They can't attend Comic-Con. They can't do anything to promote the movie. So no studio wants to risk releasing a finished product with no marketing behind it. Dune, which was coming out on the 3rd of November.
Oh, no.
Or thereabouts. No. Hang on. Has not been delayed. And in fact, IMAX went so far as to assuage people's fears last week by saying that Dune will be showing on all their IMAX screens in North America. They went out of their way to say that we're so confident Dune is being released that we're not giving the Marvels any IMAX screens because they're both coming around the same time. But that's also a question mark. At the moment, Warner Brothers has said, yes, we're releasing. But if no one is allowed to market it, I would not be shocked if they decide to push it back to next fall. Or maybe not fall, maybe spring.
That raises a question, though. I mean, something has to fill the void of those screens because it doesn't make any sense. I mean, the more movies that are canceled, it seems like the few movies that remain on the slate are going to do exceptionally well, right?
Well, theoretically, yes. But the counter to that is that the movies that you will see on screen will be movies that were filmed previously, relatively low budget, and don't maybe want or need much more marketing. So, for example, one of the movies we'll talk about is A Haunting in Venice, which is the third Poirot movie with Kenneth Branagh.
No idea what that is.
So it's a murder mystery, effectively, or it will be a murder mystery. I am a big fan of the series. I've loved Poirot since.
Pete is a fountain of knowledge, some of which is so esoteric.
David Suchet.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure sometimes if Pete is just messing with me or if this is deep within his foundational memory banks.
No, this is a part of my foundational memory banks, unfortunately. Who needs to know math when you can know who starred in a film based on a fictional detective?
No, my entertainment dictionary.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we have? This is going to cover TV and big screen.
Yeah. So let's talk movie
Okay.
first. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, that's coming out in the fall.
What? I didn't even know
Yeah.
that was a movie.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
You've got Denzel Washington's Equalizer 3 also being released.
Oh, Italy style.
Italy style. That's exactly right. Of course, the aforementioned Haunting in Venice. Then you've got Drive Away Dolls. That's being released.
What is that? Drive Away Dolls?
Yeah, that is the new Pedro Pascal, Matt Damon film, but it's not starring them. They're, I think, playing supporting roles. I cannot remember the name of the lead actresses, but one of them, if you saw on Apple TV, the Beanie Baby movie just came out.
Oh, yeah.
She plays the young girl who leaves school to work for Zach Galifianakis in that movie.
Geraldine.
Geraldine Wiswanathan or
Yeah.
Swaminathan, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That looks like it's going to be a fun movie.
Well, I've never even heard of that before. Why not?
I just saw the trailer this morning, so I wouldn't be surprised. It's a case of mistaken identity as two women pick up a rental car that they weren't meant to pick up. And the rental car obviously has something that the mob wants. So it becomes a chase across America, whatever it is. But a comedy of sorts.
Okay.
Then you've got Expendables 4.
Oh, yeah.
Killers of the Flower Moon, the next Martin Scorsese epic, which is clocking in at I think 4 hours long.
Are you kidding me? 4 hours?
I think the first cut was over 4 hours. It's some ridiculous number.
When are we going to get intermissions in our cinemas? I cannot sit through even 3 hours is unbearable. 4 hours will be like.
On the plus side, Killers of the Flower Moon is actually going to be an Apple TV exclusive. They're doing a limited theatrical wide release for obviously Martin Scorsese's benefit and for awards considerations.
Yeah.
But I think very shortly thereafter, I think it's not going to be in theaters for more than a couple weeks at most. It's going straight onto Apple TV.
It's only going to be in theaters for 4 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And then the last two we've already kind of mentioned, Dune 2 or Dune Part 2 rather.
Oh, yeah.
And The Marvels.
Oh, tell me about The Marvels. Tell me why I should care, if I should care.
So I'm excited for The Marvels because if you followed the comics at all, you know that Captain Marvel has a very complicated history. You've had in comics history, maybe more than 3, but at least 3 different women play that role. One was Carol Danvers, who was played by Brie Larson. Ms. Marvel, which is Kamala Khan. Remember, we saw her TV series.
Yeah.
In WandaVision, we were introduced to the third Marvel's character.
What? I don't understand. Can you help me? Is it appropriate to ask if you can just help me with what's going on with all these Marvels?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I remember Brie Larson is Captain Marvel, right?
That's right.
Can you remind me how she gets her powers? She's an Air Force pilot.
Exactly. She goes on a test pilot run with her mentor. Right. Her mentor is an alien. She doesn't know that she's actually a Skrull. And the test flight was powered by the Tesseract, which was one of the Infinity Stones. The Kree go after that. They hit the Tesseract or it explodes, and she's imbued with the power of the Infinity Stone.
Got it. Okay. That's
I'm going to tell you based on the movies. Yeah. That's not based on the comic books because that's probably not 100% accurate.
Okay. And how did Kamala Khan, she got her power? This is like some family thing. She put on the bracelets, right?
Exactly. We find out through the TV series that she's a mutant. Yeah. That she had something in her genes, which again, this is not true to the comics, but they made it for the movies for the cinematic universe.
Okay.
And we learned that the fancy bangles that she wears, which were an heirloom from her great-grandmother or from her grandmother, unlocked that mutant power within her and basically gave her the power to do her hard light powers.
Okay. And who are the other Marvels that are going to be in this movie?
The last one is Teyonah Parris.
And what is she?
Monica Rambeau. We saw Monica Rambeau in the first movie as the young kid. She was Brie Larson's best friend's daughter.
Okay, got it. And she is also in WandaVision as Monica Rambeau.
As the adult Monica Rambeau. That's exactly right. And she
Okay.
plays Photon. This movie is about the three of them kind of getting back together because all their powers are somehow entangled with each other.
Fine. So that's Marvels.
That's the Marvels.
Okay. What else do we have coming up?
In terms of the movies, those are the
That's big
hitters.
screen.
In terms of TV shows, so I'm going to make two special mentions. Billions comes out, I think, next week, the first episode.
Oh, no way.
And it's the final season. So if you liked Billions, you're going to want to watch this.
This is HBO, right?
So Showtime, which means now Paramount.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the other big thing that I wanted to say, even though it's not a fall show, it's coming out this month, Ahsoka.
I was going to ask you, when is this coming out? We've been talking about this for like seemingly a year now.
Yeah, so Ahsoka comes out, I think, on the 20th of August. I think.
Oh, really?
Don't hold me to that. Yeah, towards the end of this month, the first 2 episodes are going to drop, and then it'll be a weekly show. I believe there are 8 full episodes, but it could be 10. I could have miscounted.
10 would be better. I mean, we're really getting shortchanged on waiting 6 months for 8 episodes.
The reason I wanted to point this out to you is because Disney's got quite a few shows on its docket for the rest of this year. And other than Ahsoka, I really am only interested in one more, which is Loki. Yeah. Other than that, I could not care less. And I think that's actually a negative reflection on Disney, that I am not interested in any of the other Star Wars shows or in the superhero shows.
What are the other Star Wars and superhero shows?
Whatever they are. I haven't even bothered doing any research, but like I'm pretty sure, I'll give you an example. Star Wars Visions.
Star Wars Visions is a thing?
It's a thing.
Is it animated?
It's animated. Echo, that's supposed to be coming out.
Oh.
Ironheart, that's supposed to be coming out.
Okay.
What If Season 2, that's supposed to be coming out. Andor, by the way, we're questionable on right now because of the strike.
Okay.
Agatha, Coven of Chaos, that's supposed to be coming out. The Acolyte, that's supposed to be coming out. The problem is Disney is kind of leaning on just Star Wars and Marvel for their Disney Plus platform.
Yeah.
And they've been so underwhelming, and the Marvel shows have been so poorly received that I don't want to watch them. Like, they're not even on my radar. That's how bad it's become.
Oh,
that's an indictment on Disney.
I think if we're doing an indictment, which is a criminal procedure, we would take 2 pieces of evidence here. Okay. You and I would be, let's say, expert witnesses. And we say that with full respect to our listeners. Many of them are bigger Star Wars and Marvel or DC fans than we are.
Yeah.
In terms of the population at large, if you would say this is like the TV watching demographic, you and I would definitely fall within the top 5%. I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Of that television watching demographic that both Lucasfilms and Marvel or DC would identify as their sweet spot, right?
Yeah.
We're the 5% of kind of the 75%. Do the math at home. You'll figure it out. Okay. The point is, if 2 people within that 5%, one of them, which is me, for the avoidance of doubt, is saying, I'm not even following that, and I don't even know what those things are. And the other one is saying, I follow that, I know what those things are, I don't give a hoot. That is Exhibit A, Exhibit B, not very good evidence for the defense, which is Lucasfilms and Marvel Studios trying to say, hey, these things are going to be really successful. You've already got 2 people within that 5% of the 75% who are saying it's not compelling to us.
Yeah.
That's bad. Ahsoka would be the opposite. Ahsoka would be, I would say, Exhibit A and Exhibit B to support that Ahsoka is going to be good, or at least popular, where you're like, I love that character. I can't wait to see the show. I hope it's 10 episodes. And I'm like, I've heard of that. I know Pete's really excited by it. I think I'm going to be pretty excited by it. Can't wait to see it. Those are 2 very good supporting statements for that show. For all the other stuff, it seems kind of bleak if I don't even know what they are.
It's not a good sign when the two types of people who you want to almost be evangelizing your shows, right? Like, I have convinced countless friends of mine to go watch Andor, to stop what they're doing and go watch Andor.
Oh,
who
man,
were like,
you just made
I
such
saw
a
the
good statement.
first 30 minutes. It was a bit slow. And I said, hey, listen, sit down, turn off everything, and finish that first episode. Watch the second episode, and I promise you, you are going to be in there.
Pete, you're spitting truth. You're right. What you really mean is, if you'll allow me to translate from Pete to Ethan.
Of course.
What you're saying is that we're kind of like a small planet with moons around us. And if you like a show, you pass on the recommendation to that show to all your little moons, not just to all of our listeners on Films and Stuff podcast, but to your friends and blah, 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 blah. And by you liking something, it probably means that 10 other people will like it, right? And I'm probably the same, that I've got 2 sisters, a brother, I got a mom and a dad. Okay, doesn't matter. All those people, I will evangelize about it, on our weekly family calls. I will evangelize it, to my close friends that I talk to about stuff. I can probably also say I can recruit another 10 people to watch a show if I say I really, really love it. So you and I, it's really important that we, I think, get excited about shows because we have an ecosystem we can bring to the table.
Exactly. And I'm not going to be bothered to, that's not to say I won't watch. Of course I'll watch. That's our want to do in life. But at the same time, I'm not going to set a reminder on my phone like I did for Hijack to make sure that I carved out an hour of my life every Wednesday to watch the latest episode of Hijack. Or like I will do to carve out an hour of my life every Wednesday to watch Ahsoka. I'm not going to bother to do that for any of the other Disney shows. And frankly speaking, I'll watch them when I watch them, but I'm not going to prioritize them. And that is not good for Disney. Okay, so those were the 2 non-fall shows. Let's talk about what's coming up that we know of. And again, the big caveat, we don't know what is actually going to get delivered this fall, what is going to get pushed back. But at the moment, the shows that are of standout, Wheel of Time Season 2.
Oh, I can't wait for Wheel of Time Season 2. Do you hear that enthusiasm? That's what you want, right?
That's what Disney wants, yeah? It's slightly more tempered on my side because I'm traveling and it's an Amazon show, so to be determined if I'll be able to watch that. But I think it's because it's their flagship, like Citadel, I should be okay. Again, on Amazon Prime, Invincible Season 2.
What was Invincible Season 1?
Oh, it is... I hesitate to say it's the best, but I would say it is certainly a top 5, if not top 3 superhero show.
Invincible?
Yeah. It's an animated show. It stars Steven Yeun as the main character, J.K. Simmons as his dad. Imagine The Boys, but less of a satire and more dark, if you can believe that.
And it's animated?
Oh, yeah. Seth Rogen is a producer. Trust me, you're going to want to watch it. It's one of the best superhero shows out there.
Have I ever heard of it?
That's more along the line of Amazon for you. I've heard about it because it's based on a comic book series, on a graphic novel. This is where Amazon generally tends to falter some of its best programming. They don't advertise. Instead, they're busy advertising and spending $1 billion on the Rings of Power and on Citadel.
Yeah.
So I assure you, watch 1 or 2 episodes. Treat Invincible like a streamer skip. You're going to message me and say, this is incredible. I'm confident.
Really?
I am confident. Even though I know you don't have a penchant for animated shows, I am confident you will feel very strongly positive for Invincible.
Oh, I definitely like your confidence in me. Thank you.
That's Amazon Prime. Then, of course, we've got Lessons in Chemistry. I saw the trailer. That looks interesting. That's an Apple TV program with Brie Larson. Lower Decks Season 4.
Oh, you love Lower Decks.
I love it. I still think it's the best Star Trek property out there.
Yeah.
Here's one that I know you're going to want to watch on Amazon Prime, Gen V.
What's Gen V?
It's a spin-off of The Boys.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called Gen V?
Yeah, because remember they take that chemical, it's called V.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like a play on Generation 5 of
Okay.
V.
I hope Huey's in it.
I saw the trailer. I don't know how many characters are going to mix between The Boys and Gen V, but I know that it's in the same universe. I think I saw a flash of Homelander in there. So I think you're going to want to watch this.
Am I exaggerating when I say that I think that Anthony, whatever his name is,
Anthony Starr
is one of the best castings in the history of superheroes? I think he plays Homelander just so well.
When you think of the perfect cast for superhero movies,
yeah,
you've got Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. Yeah. You've got Chris Evans as
Captain America.
Or, Hugh Jackman and Wolverine.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think when you think of Anthony Starr, you think of Homelander and vice versa.
Yeah. I look at it as a character like Batman. Batman, you can have your favorite Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't say, I can't even imagine anyone other than Christian Bale being Batman or Superman or Joker or Riddler
or James
whoever.
Bond or whatever. Yeah.
For Iron Man, you can say sincerely, I can't imagine anyone else who would be Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like from The Flash, remember? They said that other dude was Marty McFly in Back to the Future. I can't even imagine Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly in Back to the Future. I can't imagine anyone else as Homelander.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. What else? Oh, of course. I forgot the last show that's on my must-watch list or show to most look out for, The Continental from the world of John Wick.
Oh, yeah.
They ruined the title. They should have just called it The Continental, but no, it's The Continental, from the world of John Wick, which is just not great.
I have to say, I agree with you and I disagree with you. Both those statements can be true. The Continental would be a better title, but you know that the majority of people are not going to pick that up. And then when you add John Wick in the title, they're like, oh, yeah, let's go see that. Maybe they could have shortened it.
I get it, but I also think that there's something to be said for a little bit of virality in TV shows, right?
Yeah.
Which is, oh, have you seen The Continental? Yeah, I heard about it, but what's that about? Oh, like the one in the John Wick movies. And you're like, oh, crap, I got to watch it. You throw that element out the window.
Yeah.
And you don't need to make it such a mouthful either, right?
It's title, oh, by the way, don't forget that this is a thing that you know and love from this other series that you know and love. Don't miss it, right?
Yeah, don't hit me over the head with it.
Yeah. And oh, by the way, you know what this is. Yeah.
Or, The Continental, a JW series.
I like that they said from the world of John Wick, though. Like, it's not universe. Saying the world of sounds, I agree, it's a mouthful, but at least that's an accurate characterization.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is really funny because I would have always thought, and in fact, we're going to see it from the show, if anything, it should be John Wick from the world of the Continental, right? Because John Wick is just one man in this underground universe that exists or world that exists, right? And all of these movies have gone to great lengths to showcase that. He's not the only one. There's thousands of other hitmen and hitwomen around there and other assassins and a rule of law that's been established. And the Continental is a massive player in that. You know what I mean? Like the office is more important than the man.
Yeah, it's backwards.
Yeah. Anyway, so those are the movies and TV shows that are coming out or supposedly coming out this autumn. They're the big ones. Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to, or maybe I may have missed? Or is there something that comes to mind?
So let me say two things. For me, autumn is September, October, everything before Thanksgiving at the end of November. Do you agree?
Yeah, generally speaking.
Winter is Thanksgiving, the end of November, December, January, February. That's kind of winter, right?
I don't use the Thanksgiving as the hallmark,
No.
but yes, I would normally
Yeah.
say November is the end of fall
Yeah.
and December is the beginning of
Yeah.
winter,
Right.
and probably spring starts in
Yep.
March at the latest.
Right. So we've got 3 more weeks of summer, allegedly. And in those 3 weeks, we've got 2 things to watch. We've got to watch Gran Turismo is coming out this week.
Speaking of which, that got delayed,
Yeah.
right? So it's not coming out this
No
week.
way.
Yeah.
It's not coming out this week?
So it came out officially on the 30th of July at Cannes, I think, or at some film festival, something like that. It was supposed to come out on the 11th of August.
Oh, yeah.
From what I read, it got pushed back by 2 weeks to the 20th of August or the 25th of August.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's the case for international markets, because I was just looking at our summer blockbuster competition. I was half hoping that it would go out there so that you'd have one less movie in contention.
I love your... I've still got, I'll tell you, on my app for Roxy Cinemas, shout out to Roxy, which is the best cinematic experience in the UAE. Unless you like popcorn, they have the worst popcorn. That's my statement. Gran Turismo is coming out on August 10. Blue Beetle is on the 17th. Is Blue Beetle holding tight?
So Blue Beetle is still holding tight from what I've heard. I've got the same. I've got 11th and 18th because, you know, Dubai, they come out one day earlier typically for Gran Turismo and Blue Beetle respectively. We are in international markets. It could be that in the quote unquote domestic market of North America, it could very well be that the movie gets delayed 2 weeks there, to be determined. Also, and it may sound callous, irrelevant to you and me as long as the movie comes out before the 31st of August.
Yeah. And then I've got, just looking ahead, Liam Neeson's in Retribution on August 24th.
Okay.
Equalizer 3, August 31.
Yeah, I've got it on the 1st of September. Exactly.
And then your man, Nick Cage, Sympathy or the Devil. Do you know anything about this?
Sympathy for the Devil. Yeah. I saw a trailer. I think I sent you a copy of the trailer as well because it had Nicolas Cage and I didn't even bother seeing it. I just saw Nicolas Cage and I immediately sent it to everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's the one where he plays the deadbeat dad who's actually an assassin, but I'm not sure.
That is September 7. We didn't talk about Ninja Turtles. We're not interested, right?
It's not that we're not interested. I, for example, am interested, but I don't think that it's going to be a massive splash. I don't expect it to be anyway. I could very well be wrong.
What about this thing called The Creator? Do you know what this is? It's John David Washington, who we love, Allison Janney, badass, who we love. And it says on the cover, from the director of Rogue One.
Yes, I know this. It's about humans versus robots, and apparently the robots have taken over.
What about Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes?
Absolutely not my bag. It's young adult. It's a prequel. The movies weren't my thing anyway. I don't think it's going to do anything for me. I think it'll be very popular with fans of the Hunger Games movies. Not my thing.
Napoleon?
That's the biopic with
Joaquin Phoenix and Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah.
Wonka?
That's in December.
Yeah, we're getting now into end of the...
That's supposed to be December, and that too, you know, because it's so late, we don't know how long it's going to be delayed. Across the Spider-Verse has been indefinitely delayed. They're not even giving a release date any longer for that movie, which is a shame because it was supposed to come out in March.
So we got some stuff coming up in autumn, but we got to finish out the summer. So Pete, we will reconvene next week. We've got our weekly streamer skip. We'll have some other things. And then once we see Gran Turismo and Blue Beetle, we'll do like an official tabulation of how we performed for our summer predictions. And we'll make our fall and winter predictions.
You got it.
Okay. If everyone wants to drop us a note on social media, where shall they do so?
Yeah, absolutely. You should tweet at us at F&S Podcast or DM us on Instagram at Films and Stuff Podcast. email us aloha@filmsandstuffpodcast.com, or you can like this video, leave a comment below, subscribe to our channel, and then hit that notification bell, which is important because that will let you know when the newest episode of Films and Stuff has dropped.
Gotta ring the bell. Okay, Pete, as always, very enjoyable session. Appreciate your encyclopedic level knowledge. If people need to reach out to you just to confirm any information, settle any friendly wagers, I think that's a public service that you can and will offer.
Absolutely. Reach out to us. We're happy to settle any bets for you.
We love it. We take no finder's fee. Okay. Pete, thanks very much. Listeners, have a great week ahead. We'll see you next time on Films and Stuff Podcast. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Films and Stuff. If you haven't already, please subscribe and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever podcasts are downloaded. Films and Stuff. There is no substitute.